What's up guys, how's it going? Right, today I'm going to build a new PC and I thought I'll do an unboxing of all the components that I'm going to put inside it. First of all, here is the motherboard. It's a Asus Z87 Pro. It is one of the upper mid-range boards. It's not the top end Maximus or the Deluxe, but it is a very good board, and it has most of the features of the high-end boards. Right, in the box you get some manuals and reading materials, along with some Nvidia SLI bridge, also a Q connector, the standard I/O plate. You also get 4 SATA cables, SATA 3.0 cables. They're in black and white. Could have been a blue or red or something like that, a bit more interesting, but you know, the black and white is in the box included. It's good cables as well, it's okay. They also have these clips, so it fits quite securely into the ports on your drive. So, and 2 of them are angled, so if you have a large video card, it shouldn't be a problem. And really, there's not really a lot more to it actually. That's it, and I'm gonna. You also get a wireless antenna. It's a dual band wireless antenna, so it supports A, B, G, and N. I believe it supports up to 450 or 900 or something. The Deluxe version supports up to I think 1750 wirelessly. That's wireless AC. So I'm just going to pack this up again now and open the rest of the boards because right, so here you have the memory. I went for this brand because it has low latency, and at the price point as well. It's not cheap. The RAM right now is very expensive for some reason, so I went for the 16 GB of DDR3 1600 megahertz, and these were the only ones I found actually, which had a 888 24 timings. The others were 9s, in the 9s and the 10s. So it feels, the RAM is really heavy. Also feels solid. It feels good. It feels premium. It's not like the like a generic stick of RAM, which feels like it's gonna break. And it has a half decent heatsink, so it should hopefully stay cool. If you have a intake fan at the front and the fan is blowing hot cold air into it, it should be okay. So let's put these back now. Right, so here is the power supply. this is a XFS Triple X Black Edition, gold rated. So I think it's rated for 90% plus efficiency. And the reason I purchased this, again, it's good value. Again, it's not very cheap, but 750 watts is what I was after, because I don't normally use two graphics cards. However, it just is nice to have the option, and I always like to have some headroom anyway. So I went for this one. 750 watts is gold rated. So, and here's the cables, and also it's fully modular, which is a good thing. I must say the ports on the PSU aren't as good, in terms of quality as my previous power supply, which I have on my current PC, which is over 5 years old, and it was by Cooler Master, and the power supply is really good. It looks good, feels good, heavy. The cablings are good. The ports, the modular ports, are very good. On this one, it feels somewhat cheaper, although it's not. So the cabling, they have supplied flat cabling, so it should be easy to hide away. The only problem is the cable, they feel like they might snap off, and the quality of the cables are not very good, but still it's okay. It's not very, very bad either, but it's not. I was expecting a bit more. You get the PC Express cables, some SATA cables, a few of the old Molex cables, also a floppy cable adapter if people still use floppy, and the only sleeved cable is the ATX power cable. It's sleeved and is strong, and everything else is just exposed plastic, but there's plenty of them there. The nice touch is a single cable can cover, has two ends. So if you have a graphics card like the, say, the GTX 570 or the 660, 680, a single cable is enough to power it. So if you have two, all you need is two cables, which is good because it saves on the clutter and the mess, the extra mess. So it's not bad. So let's have a look at the power supply. So you get some of this stuff in the box as well, some reading material again, and it's packed in it's packed, well packed, let's just say, and here it is open. Like I said, it looks okay, it looks good, but I think the 6 years old Cooler Master looks much better. So let's pack this one up, and I can open the next thing, which is the thermal solution, which it's my first time I'm using water cooling. In my old PC I had Asus Dark Knight, which is a really cool cool CPU cooler, and my CPU in my old PC was the Intel Q6600, the quad core. I think it was the first quad core processor, and that's been overclocked at 3.3, which is standard at 2.2, and 5 years overclocked, not a problem. No high temperatures or anything. So I'm just hoping that this cooler will be, well, hopefully it should be better. If not, well, hopefully it's not worse. So let's take this thing apart and see what we get inside. So this cooler is the Corsair H80i. The I stands for the iLink thing which they have. So basically you can plug in the cooler into your motherboard from the inside using a USB header, and that will then you can install the software which will display all this cool stuff, fan speeds, the temperature of the water, and so on. So it's cool. It's quite good. It's nice to know. If you see here, it was I just opened it now, and it seems somebody maybe in the factory or somewhere have damaged it. So it's okay. It's not damaged. Just scratched on the grill, the radiator grill, but radiator is quite light. The CPU block, which is a closed loop, so everything is in one. It's like all in one unit. So, and it comes with some thermal paste, but I would advise, if anyone's purchasing it, I would advise you to also have a additional thermal solution and thermal paste to hand in case you have to take off the CPU cooler and resit it in due to inaccurate fittings. You also get two fans. I believe these are static pressure fans in the case for the radiator. Now these fans look similar to the Corsair's premium range fans, minus some of the premium features like the rubber fixing vibration dampers, and also the colored rings which you can put on as well. I may in the future, if I need them, I might buy a couple of those, but they are quite expensive as well for some fans anyway. In this one, this cooler fits the Intel's from 1366, I believe, maybe also 2011 and 1156, 1155, and the brand new 1150, which I'm going to put on it, and also some of the I think better AMDs as well. So in my hand right now are the brackets, the AMD and the Intel brackets. You basically stick a bracket on the back, a back plate, and then you can just fix it. It's not that difficult to fix. The hardest part is to fit in the radiator. It's not hard, but it's fiddly. Okay, so moving on. Let's just put all these things, tidy all these things up for as well a little, so I can start building my PC. Right, there's something else as well. This is the Pioneer Blu-Ray drive. is a writer, a reader, and everything. So it looks really good. It has a like a shiny front, and it's not so bad. It's okay. It looks good. Hopefully, it should work as well. It's nothing really exciting, so I thought I just unbox it anyway. You don't really get much in the box, apart from the drive and some packaging materials. Okay, now here's the main item. This is Intel brand new Haswell processor. It's only been out for about, I think, 2 or 3 days now. So, and I'm actually very excited. I've been waiting for this processor for 1 year now. I mean, I actually heard the rumors last July, I believe, and since then I just skipped Ivy Bridge, which by all means is a nice processor, but I thought I'll wait for the Haswell, and as soon as it was released, I was straight away purchased it. I don't think I've ever purchased a CPU so soon after release. Anyway, so here's my case. Some people may think, well, this is a reasonably cheap case. I had a choice of the Obsidian 650 and the Carbide 300R, and I didn't really like anything else. It didn't really, I did like the Obsidian 900. Is it? Yeah, the 900, which is way too big and very expensive for a case. So in the end, I chose the Carbide 300R because is really flexible. Everything is laid out very nicely. Yeah, like the hard drives and hard drive cages and everything is laid out very nicely. The inside's all black. It has plenty of cooling options. Only thing you can't do on this is mount a dual fan radiator water cooling on it, because on the top anyway. But I would have, if it did fit, I would have purchased the H100i, but it doesn't. So it doesn't. The case it's actually really half decent case. It's really good. It's good size. It's not too big. It's not too small. It has plenty of places to hide the cables. Everything's quick release, so quick hard drive installation, quick DVD drive installation is really good. Okay, let's take a closer look at the motherboard. I just showed you it before in the pack, so here's a closer look. It has the standard 4 DIMM slots. It's a standard ATX board, so 4 DIMMs rather than the 2 on the micro ATX. These are the heatsink, where the heatsink is quite good actually. It looks quite nice. I think the black and gold, black and blue would have been okay as well. I suppose black and red, blue and red, whatever. It looks like a classy board. I was listening to the Asus engineer JJ, and he said the reason they actually chose the color of gold is as they are the largest motherboard manufacturer, they awarded themselves the gold prize, or so. What it looks nice, and I've always liked the Asus boards. They've always been, to me, they've always been user friendly, especially the BIOS of the older boards. With this one, the new UEFI BIOSes. I've not really used any yet. I've not owned a device which featured it, so it'll be my first sort of run at UEFI BIOS. I'm gonna have a lot of fun, I suppose, after it's been built. So it features, the mainboard features all the standard I/O ports. It has a dual band antenna for the wireless, inbuilt Bluetooth, Intel NIC, and a few, and it has the board has more features than I'm gonna ever use. So here's the CPU out of this box. Just looks like any CPU, and here's the power supply close up again. Okay, now let me just try and show you the case with the handheld camera, if I can get any good angles. Right. Okay, I spent about 3 or 4 hours on this. It's been built. I took my time because I had to take apart my old computer as well to pull out the VGA card and some of the hard drives also. I thought I'll do everything slowly and see if I can do it without any mistakes. So, and tidy up the cables. If you can see, the case looks reasonably tidy. It's not the best of tidiness if you have OCD or something, but it's reasonable. I would say it's reasonable. And so I'll just run over the specs for you guys one more time. For the CPU, Intel i7 4770, 16 GB of RAM, 120 SSD, 2 spinning hard drives, a GTX 570, 750 watt premium power supply, mid-range case, Blu-ray writer, H80 water cooling, and a Creative Labs Sound Blaster Extreme Audio Titanium, I believe. I bought it so long ago, and I'm still gonna use it. I suppose it beats the onboard sound anyway. So, and that is my. Well, I'm done. If you want to ask me any questions or anything, feel free to leave a comment. If you want to ask me anything, I will be happy to answer if I can. And if you I'm gonna try and do a video on the overclocking and stuff as well, see what I can do with it. But as I said, it's my first time with this new UEFI BIOS, so I'm gonna have to learn how that works first and see what I can do. Okay guys, so thank you for your time. Enjoy the rest of the video. I'm gonna stop talking now.